decentralized.
And I ordered new ones and they're supposed to be
Crypto paradise.
so I don't have any headphones for another day or two.
No banks, no fees, no more 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Crypto is on the rise, making that dough in the crypto paradise. Watching it go, buying low, selling high.
Countdown timer is on.
Riding the wave, I'm here to stay, living in the digital age. No banks, no fees, just decentralized. It's crypto paradise. Ooh. No banks, no fees, no more 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Crypto is on the rise, making that dough in the crypto paradise. Watching it go, buying low, selling high. Riding the wave, I'm here to stay, living in the digital age. No banks, no fees, just decentralized. It's crypto paradise. Ooh. No banks, no fees, no more 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Crypto is on the rise, making that dough in the crypto paradise. Watching it go, buying low, selling high. Riding the wave, I'm here to stay, living in the digital age. No banks, no fees, just decentralized. It's crypto paradise. Ooh. No banks, no fees, no more 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Crypto is on the rise, making that dough in the crypto paradise. Watching it go, buying low, selling high. Riding the wave, I'm here to stay, living in the digital age. No banks, no fees, just decentralized. It's crypto paradise. Ooh. No banks, no fees, no more 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Crypto is on the rise, making that dough in the crypto paradise. Watching it go, buying low, selling high. Riding the wave, I'm here to stay, living in the digital age. No banks, no fees, just decentralized. It's crypto paradise. Ooh. No banks, no fees, no more 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Crypto is on the rise, making that dough in the crypto paradise. Watching it go, buying low, selling high. Riding the wave, I'm here to stay, living in the digital age. No banks, no fees, just decentralized.
What's going on, Crypto Paradise fam all around the world? I'm on the nighttime side. We got the Crypto Hitman just starting his day. So we got
waking
GM,
up.
GM and Good Night going here. It has been a wild, wild week for crypto. Every week seems to get crazier. We knew this week was going to get crazy, but with the inauguration coming up, with Trump taking office, the Pump 2.0, we knew that he is the first pro-crypto president with the first pro-crypto administration coming in. But I don't think anybody saw him and then Melania launching meme tokens that literally sucked every single last drop of liquidity out of this market over the weekend. I mean, Trump first pumped to 16 billion, and then it only halved down to like 8, and then I think it was bounced and sat around 10 right now. But probably the only reason it did have was because Melania the next day, like less than 24 hours, launched and pumped 10 million worth of or 10 billion worth of liquidity into that, or market cap into that. So I don't know, man. It's been an absolute crazy week. I'm still excited, riding a little bit of the high off of him coming into office. Though he hasn't said a whole lot about crypto just yet. What are your thoughts on the inauguration and what happened over the weekend?
Yeah, so I think the meme coin thing wasn't really on anybody's bingo card. That kind of caught everybody off guard there. But in the short term, I don't think it's great because it did suck out all the liquidity and whatever. But I think in the long term, it does legitimize what what he wants to do with crypto and Bitcoin and his support over it. He just had a interview last night and said, I didn't know too much about it. But again, remember, he kind of has to say that. He's the president. He can't do anything to enrich himself as president. People think that is why they kind of rushed out before the inauguration to kind of get through that gray area in the law that he has there. Now, he hasn't said too much about crypto, but he did launch 2 meme coins. He did free Ross. He did put a crypto positive SEC person in there to replace Gary Gensler. And he did just announce that they're going to have like a set-aside group of people for the SEC creating that framework for crypto regulation, which is also very bullish. And there was people saying that Senator Lumens was at various inauguration events talking to wealthy individuals and high-ranking government officials discussing the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve. To follow on with that, there are many states, I think the list is above 10 now, that are already writing and getting the framework ready for a state-level Bitcoin reserve. If they didn't believe that Trump was going to do a federal-level Bitcoin Strategic Reserve, I don't think they would be pushing for it on the state level as well. So I think everything is trending in the right direction for the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve, for crypto regulation. And then lastly, another thing that just happened is Tornado Cash just got let off the hook by the courts. So another crypto project, that one very on the gray area, complete privacy, people can money launder there, whatever it may be, was deemed okay. And a security cannot be the source of blockchain. Smart contracts cannot be securities. They're okay. So I think that opens the door for Coinbase, Pulse Chain, Richard Hart, Ripple, and anybody else that still has an SEC case on them.
Yeah, massive victory there. I think it just popped that up on the screen. I was never a big fan of them going after Tornado Cash in the first place. People deserve privacy, and there's no. They're worried about the money laundering happening with crypto. I think it's kind of the pot calling the kettle black. There, still something like 80% of the money laundering, drug trafficking, human trafficking, et cetera, in the world is done with the good old U.S. dollar in the traditional banking system. So, I think they're looking in the wrong places. But lots and lots of bullish stuff going on. Where do you see the first, he's been writing a lot of executive orders. We haven't seen anything quite yet for crypto. Are we going to get some executive orders around crypto, or are these going to be more slowly rolled in policies as he brings in the administration, as he, sets people up in the cabinet, as he starts to, push the agenda for things that he talked about during his campaign in the last, 2 months since he got elected, and going about it, not by executive action, but by, getting the House and the Senate to pass laws?
Well, we were at the Bitcoin conference in Nashville, and there he said him and Senator Loomis said within the first 100 days there would be a Bitcoin Strategic Reserve. Now, if it went through normally, it would be a Congress vote. So they've been kind of levering Congress, everything like that. And you would have that Congress vote before the 100-day mark, and the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve would become a reality. Now, he does have the ability to do an executive order. You can do these types of executive orders and create strategic reserves if you can prove that it is to benefit and solidify the USD fiat currency as the global reserve currency of the world. Essentially, as long as it is enhancing, benefiting, and backing the USD power globally, then it can be approved as an executive order. So can they go that route? Sure. He's even said that. He said that he could go that route if you'd like. So we'll see what happens here. I think they're going to try to maybe go without an executive order, and I think that's why you're seeing, hey, free Ross, get these SEC cases closed. We're putting all these pro-crypto. I think 2 of the 3 top people in the SEC now are both pro-crypto. There's going to be a standalone organization of people for crypto regulation, and we can go through this process the legitimate way. Now, does that get rid of the strategic reserve executive order pump? Maybe, but people need to understand, he said with his own words, within the first 100 days, we're on day 2, and everything he's been doing, even though he hasn't talked about Bitcoin and crypto, has been pro-Bitcoin and crypto. Remember, he's the president now. So I know he says some crazy things and makes fun of people, but that's not really illegal. Other stuff he needs to be a little more careful with now that he is in power of the greatest country in the planet and has some rules and regulations amongst his finances. So I think everything he's saying and doing is right on track. And until it breaks that 100 days or there's a failed vote in Congress, I think everything is telling you we are trending in the right direction for that strategic reserve.
Yeah, absolutely agree with that. It's going to take time. He's got there are bigger, believe it or not, for us degens, there's nothing more important in the world, but for everybody else around the world, there are some other more pressing issues than getting the Bitcoin strategic reserve set up and moving towards more free and fair regulations around crypto and pumping our bags. So as much as we're excited,
I was going to say, I think a lot of the other stuff that he's working on that you're pointing to indirectly does help our backs, because it's helping stability in the financial markets. It's removing a lot of the undetermined nature of the global economic powers, whether it's wars and everything else. If we start seeing peace going on, it's also reducing inflation, which means that people have more money to invest. And it's also getting people hyped up for innovation. We just saw a $500 billion investment with AI, with Oracle and all these guys. He was in the meeting last night. That is a speculative on nature, which means that the NASDAQ does well. And what else does well? Collectibles do well. And what else does well? Bitcoin and crypto assets do well. So just because we don't have the direct Bitcoin strategic reserve, everything else that he's doing nationally and globally does help the financial markets, including, like I said, inflation reduction, government spending reduction, speculative on nature in the markets, global peace, and so forth. And there, like you said, there is other things. People voted for the stopping at the borders, the removing of illegal immigrants, common sense reform, no more DEI, and Doge. And all those things are being put in place. And they will indirectly impact your personal life and indirectly impact your financial life as well.
There we go, back on here. No, absolutely. And, he's doing all these little steps, moving. I mean, I would have really liked to see him say something about crypto during the inauguration speech. In fact, I was watching the price of Bitcoin. The longer he talked, didn't say anything about crypto. It just kept slowly creeping down.
It would have been nice if he was like the Bitcoin superpower or something as part of the golden age, throwing Bitcoin in there. Hey, United States, we own more Bitcoin than any country in the world. Even something as simple as that, just like I thought maybe he would flex, because that is another win for him. Like, hey, we got this DOJ to hold. We want the strategic reserve. We won on Bitcoin forward thinking policy, and we own more Bitcoin than China, Russia, whatever. He could have gone on his tangent that way.
Well, and even he is doing what he said. So freeing Ross, on day 2, that's huge. That just aligns with everything else. Showing that he is going to stick to his commitments. He said he was going to free Ross. He did. He said he's going to do this Bitcoin strategic reserve. This bodes well for it. They say he's going to create Doge. Doge is going to have a huge impact on our entire economy, let alone just crypto. And with a name like Doge, every time they get in the news, what's that going to do? It's going to pump Doge. It's going to pump meme coins. Trump's going to pump Lonnie. All these other, memes associated with that are going to pump as well.
Did you see the Doge website?
I have not seen the Doge website yet.
Doge.gov as of yesterday had literally the Dogecoin symbol on the page. It said this is an official government website, and it just had the Doge logo, and there's nothing else propagated yet because it's a new government agency.
I don't know. Can you see my screen now up there? I think it shared it with you.
There's a delay on the live stream, so let's see. I can see it.
Oh, sorry. Here, you should be able to see it. Give me one sec here.
Yep. I see it popped up. No more Doge logo on there?
No more Doge logo on there.
Oh. If you go to my news feed and you scroll down a few tweets, I tweeted about it yesterday, 18 hours ago, with a screenshot to show you I'm not lying.
Let me pull that up. Give me 1 second here. We're still new at this, guys. Give us a sec here. Host screen. There we go. Now check on yours. Can you see my screen now?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. You should be able to see it live now instead of just waiting on the delay. We're new at this. We're figuring this out. Let's pull up the old X profile here. By the way, while we're waiting, big shout out to our sponsor Bybit. As always, up to $30,000 in new or in trading. They will match up to $30,000 bonus for any new accounts on Bybit. There, link is right here, as you can see. Partner Bybit there on our Twitter page. Let's get Hitman. Here we go. All right, let's find this Doge.
18 hours ago, so down a few.
Forgot. There we go. Yeah, check that out.
That was the landing page.
That's beautiful. I can't believe they got it up at all. Let alone I wonder how long it was up for. That's hilarious. But when they did mention Doge, it wasn't very long. But when we mentioned the Doge department, and they panned over to Elon. Even then, Bitcoin popped up a little bit, a couple $100, and then kept coming back down as they didn't mention it anymore. But no, that's great for everything within the markets. While the other thing I want people to check out. We have got on the Crypto Paradise mini app, which if you're not in that yet, what are you waiting for? We got a link right here on the pin post on our X page here. We just launched our first airdrop in there, partnered with Tordes, the best crypto prop trading firm in the biz, bringing a $7 billion TradFi industry into crypto. It is the next wave of DeFi. We've got DeFi AI coming in. We've got prop trading coming in. Prop trading is probably about the only aspect of trading in the traditional markets that hasn't merged into Web3 yet. So you've seen what all the rest of the aspects of DeFi have done, going to multi-billion-dollar market caps with these, first movers in the space. So, prop trading has the potential to run up like that, and Tordes has the lead on any of the prop trading firms in the market right now. So their token is going live. Platform's live right now. In fact, V2 of the platform is live, which enable copy trading and a bunch of other cool stuff on there. But the token goes live here next month, and to help celebrate that and kick that off, we're giving away $25,000 worth of their tokens in their season 1 airdrop in the mini app. It's as easy as going in there, playing some games, engaging with some content, sharing with your friends, racking up the points, and then completing those final steps there, signing up on the Tordes platform for an account there, and to get your share of the airdrop. Now, the more raffle tickets you buy in the mini app, the higher you are going to have potential to earn with that airdrop. And as of today, there's under 200 entries. We just launched it on Saturday, but coming up on 5 days here, only 200 entries into the airdrop. That means every single of those entries in the airdrop is like $150 right now. So you get 10 of those, you got $1,500. Not too shabby. Now, it's obviously going to fill up quick, so the sooner the better you can get in there. It goes on for the next 45 days, actually, so probably about 40 days left, putting us probably right at the beginning of March when this will wrap up here. So head over to the Crypto Paradise mini app and get yourself into the first airdrop there. There's a ton of other great tokens you can win. We have I think our main giveaway bag is up to about $40,000 right now. And we have weekly giveaways. We've been giving away over an average of $1,000 every single week in the app. So if you're not in there yet, head over there.
That's pretty wild with the app still getting started. The entry level's low. And, I went to a holiday party, and I actually sent you guys an image because one of the people there, he was a no coiner that's become a coiner. I got there, and he's like, hey, look what I did. And he went on the Crypto Paradise mini app, and he won $1,000, an IOU of $1,000 worth of Tortoise token. So here's my buddy who got on my app and is winning $1,000. So this is somebody I know in real life. So the money is getting sent out. The tokens are getting sent out, and you can win fairly in this mini app. I'm like, man, I think I need to start playing and maybe use a code name and win some money myself. $1,000 would be nice at the time of launch.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, right now, there's a lot of mini apps out there. They have just, their big airdrop once every, couple of months, maybe once a quarter if you're lucky. Right now in and those got millions of monthly active users in their app. Right now, ours is a fraction of that in terms of the active users and people participating in these giveaways. You're competing with hundreds or the low thousands of people versus tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or even millions in some of these apps. And we're giving away more money than them. They might do an airdrop for 50 or 100K once, twice a year. We've got a 25K airdrop right now. We have 2 more airdrops that are lined up for the coming next month and a half. We've given away over $1,000 a week for the past 5 weeks. And the Crypto Paradise bags, the big grand prize, will be given away later in this bull run. It's already at $40,000. A lot of those tokens in there aren't launched yet. As soon as those launch, I think it's going to be worth over 6 figures in no time. So there's no better place to rack up free crypto than the Crypto Paradise mini app. It's free to use. It's fun. It's easy. So If you haven't joined yet, definitely suggest that you go check that out. What else is going on in crypto news this week? I did see that the long-awaited Jupiter airdrop hit. Now, it's $612 million in Jupe tokens. However, I have not seen any positive tweets about this. Every tweet I've been seeing has been like, "Hey, thanks for the McDonald's Happy Meal. Thanks for." It's like people have been getting, long-time heavy users of Jupiter, of Solana, trading memes. Probably, fortunately, it's on Solana, so you're not spending a lot of gas. But doing serious volume, and paying serious amount of fees on Jupiter, not necessarily getting rewarded. So maybe they spread it a little too thin. I don't know. What are your thoughts on this airdrop or airdrops in general?
Heyo, I'm back. Did you lose me? Can't hear you though.
I was muted. All right, there we go. He's back.
Are we back?
We're back.
Oh, interesting. Well, the fact of the matter is I haven't even heard about the Jupiter airdrop happening. So that probably tells you everything you need to know. And if nobody's really bragging about it, I know I didn't purposely farm it. I've used Jupiter. I've used Solana. We use Radium. We do all this stuff. But if they're getting Happy Meals, I'm sure maybe I just got a $1 McChicken. Or maybe I can go and get one of the Pokemon packs that McDonald's is doing right now for their Happy Meals. I can't even get the actual nuggets.
Well, they're calling the largest airdrop in history, 700 million Jupe tokens. I don't know if this has been confirmed to this amount. I do know the airdrop started today just because I have been seeing people posting about it. It could be lies. Who knows? It's Twitter. But I've seen multiple people.
Do you know if it's just getting airdropped to people's wallets and they can check, or is it something?
There's a claim site. Yeah, there was a claim site. I don't want to give away any bad information and get.
I know that's why I hate claim sites. It's much better when I'm just like, hey, check your wallet, add the contract address, you're done.
So this is the gold checkmark official Jupiter Exchange Twitter. If you come on here, they do have a post about I believe, create your Jupiterverse profile to claim your airdrop. Join the best community in crypto. Let's grow the pie together. So they do have an official pin link on the official pinned page here. So I would assume that's safe, but always do your own research. Because the scams in this industry get more and more complex every single day. But, I bet if we click on here, you can see some of the responses that I was reading earlier today. Maybe not. Yeah, I was seeing a lot of people either upset they couldn't claim or like posting pictures of Happy Meals saying thanks. Or like, I'll just donate my $25 back to you guys, et cetera, et cetera. So I don't know that people.
It's funny that people say that, but hey, every dollar counts.
Yeah,
I guess
sure.
if you just spent a ton of money and a ton of effort, and that's what you get, that sucks. But if I go on there and check it, and I got $20, I'm like, I didn't do anything for it. Thanks for the token. So I can make a Twitter post from it and decide what I want to do. Sell on the double, go buy some lunch.
Yeah. I mean, hey, free money is free money. I know that the projects use these now to attract volume. The big Radium is still the biggest in terms of volume on Solana for DEXs, probably by a large margin. They're certainly not the best DEX on there. Jupiter is a much better DEX. It's easier to use, better UX UI, less laggy. They have more features. Again, this is all my opinion. That is, unless Radium wants to come on and sponsor us, then I'd be happy to change my tune. But no, but people will go and they will use these different decks because they're expecting an airdrop. So if you're a major whale in the meme area or in Solana in general, and you change your whole system over to using a different DEX, and you're trading millions of dollars in volume, paying those fees, you'd expect to get compensated more than a Happy Meal. So I get why people are upset sometimes, but at the end of the day, shut up, it's free money. You were going to trade the coin somewhere anyways.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but yeah, right now it looks like it's a lot of KOLs posting about it. I don't know how I came across my feed before, but yeah, airdrop soon. Yeah, you can see there. This is what we see every single time they do an airdrop, right? Airdrop releases and they're down, millions of dollars.
You've been in, I know we're in a Bitcoin bull market, but really you're still not in an altcoin explosive market. People are still looking for funds, and when you give them free money, a lot of people are like, hey, $1,000, I'll take it in cash and I'll reevaluate the market. Maybe I buy the token back. Maybe I buy Solana. Maybe I need to pay bills. But that's what most people are going to do. And some will find their way back to the token, whether they need it for gas or more incentives, whatever. But that initial feeling of, oh shit, I got the $1,000. I think other people are going to sell it. I need some cash. Let me just bank it in some stables and reevaluate.
Yeah, that's I think what most people's opinion is. They just, it's a fire sale. They expect everybody is going to be dumping it. Over here in depending what time they launch it, people are just getting up in the morning. If you can be the first one to get there and sell before you see that giant red candle, that's what everybody's expecting. Now, I'm sure there's some people that are long-term believers in Jupe and they're like, going to hold. But again, if it's $100, I don't think people are too concerned. They're just going to cash it and move on. Excuse me.
Yeah, so I guess another thing we can talk on, if you want to mute your mic so we don't have the echo here for a second, and then we can give your opinion. I'll ask you the question this time. Is we were hearing a lot from Vitalik Buterin in Ethereum lately. We did see that World Finance, World Liberty Finance, and the Trump family did sell a lot of their tokens and buy a ton of Ethereum, but Ethereum continues to underperform, and a lot of people speculated it is kind of on the cuckold soy boy mentality of Vitalik Buterin and the Ethereum Foundation. And I think that really is coming out with what he's saying. He's saying, we're not here to win and those kind of things. It's like, what are you talking about? This is a player versus player economy. The way you became the second largest in the world is by winning. And now all of a sudden they're sticking with this, oh, peace, love. We probably should have taken his singing and his unicorn fandom more realistic, because he just doesn't seem to have that drive. He doesn't seem to have the testosterone levels to make it a reality and to win. So there's a lot of pressure trying to get the EF to change their leaders, get that one girl to step down that everybody was saying was Vitalik's girlfriend, and really change the mentality over on Ethereum. So do you think it is possible for Ethereum to change their mentality and really get in the forefront of Deegan's? Or do you think it's going to rely on, traditional finance to come save the day for them?
I've been saying it for months now. We need our nerds to stay virgins. Ever since Vitalik got laid, got a girlfriend, it's just been nothing but bullshit from Ethereum. Not that they've had the greatest track record. They've been getting lots of hate for a while now. But they're still the biggest. They're still the original. But they are very, very quickly and rapidly losing market share, losing transaction volume, and losing attention, which at the end of the day, attention is what really, really kills. They still have a lot of the whales there. They still have the lion's share of liquidity, but for how long? We're seeing more and more. Trump gave a huge endorsement to Solana by launching his meme coin over there. I got an article up right now. Trump affiliated World Liberty Finance makes another TRX buy, right? So, I agree. If Ethereum would change their tune, if they kind of, go the way of what like Zuck and Facebook and some of these other, tech founders have done, and, kind of bend the knee or at least change their tune and get rid of the woke nonsense to come around to what's going on. Ethereum would, I think, benefit a lot from that. But at the end of the day, I don't know whether it's internal politics. I don't know whether it's just because Ethereum is so big. It's kind of the issue of, having to tear the plumbing out of an existing building versus just building something from scratch is, much more difficult. And Ethereum is just so big and outdated, antiquated, that they can't catch up or innovate. I don't know the answer to that, but if they don't do something, they're gonna get left behind, and we will finally see the Ethereum killer come along. Now, obviously, if Ethereum's not gonna be dead and just disappear, but somebody is gonna come in and overtake them in market cap, overtake them in transaction volume permanently.
Yeah, and I think one of the messages that he posted that was kind of eye-opening to me was the one where he's saying you can't pressure REF or Ethereum Foundation, because yes, we're trying to set up a board and that way there's voting rights and we get things done that way. But until then, it's me. That's Vitalik saying that. It's me. You're creating this decentralized internet of money. But then when push comes to shove, you get made fun of a little bit. You could call the little soy boy like you are. Now you're saying, well, guess what, guys? You can't pressure anybody. It's my decision. I'm Vitalik. I own Ethereum. I am Ethereum. And when you say stuff like that, that kind of goes against the whole mantra of decentralized finance and what Ethereum stands for. So that's kind of a red flag. Now, all of this arguments and stuff, Ethereum is underperforming, but it's not doing terrible. It's at 3,300. So maybe this marks a low, things get turned around and things get kicked off for Ethereum like we've been waiting for. But it isn't a good look. We're seeing more people, like you said, talking about SUI. CZ is back out of prison talking about Binance and Binance Smart Chain every day now. So I guess he's clear to talk about crypto. And you got people like Richard Hart now, if his SEC case gets dismissed and he starts doing live shows, he's already tweeting a ton about how Ethereum is full of soy boys and cucks, and he wants Ethereum to do really well, but their mentality is not going to help you win. And he's like, my name on Twitter is Richard Hart Win. I'm here to win. Pulse Chain is literally a copy state of Ethereum with cheaper fees and better technology. So if you don't want to win on Ethereum, I'll just move all of my assets to Pulse Chain. And if you guys don't know, the treasury of Pulse Chain owns $170 million worth of Ethereum. So, or it might even be like $1 billion. I can't remember. I think it's 170,000 Ethereum. So whatever the math is on that is insane. So, you know, you have big whales rooting for ETH, but understanding if things don't change soon, then they're going to have to reevaluate their assets and what they're going to be pegging to, what they're going to be building on, and what they're going to find success with. So I think we're starting to see big influencers talking about other networks. You got CZ continuing to push BSC, and now you got Richard Hart, who's Interpol's coming after him, SEC's coming after him, getting his tweets out saying, I love Ethereum, but you guys are trending in the wrong direction.
Well, and yeah, I mean, Ethereum isn't, I mean, I don't know. It is doing, it's compared to the other big projects out there, Ethereum's up under 4x from its lows in the bear market. Bitcoin's up more than that. I mean, Solana's up almost 37, 38x. I mean, Pulse Chain is up how many, how many percent? XRP, even Cardano is probably, I don't have the chart right here, but I got to imagine Cardano is even outperforming Ethereum. So it's not dead, no, but to say it's lackluster right now might be an understatement.
Yeah. Definitely. Like you said, I think it's underperforming all of those. I mean, BNB was down below 200 and now it's 700 right now. So even BNB is outperforming it. And that's another massive, large asset there. So I don't know. Like I said, this could be marking a low because the fact we haven't seen capitulation with all of this kickback on Twitter and all the hate that's being tossed around and him talking about the foundation and him saying the stuff like, I am Ethereum. That's never a good look. And it's still hanging in there. And remember, there is only two ETFs, Bitcoin and Ethereum. So does institutional finance get pitched on the internet of money and start pouring into Ethereum next once these regulations become clear? Maybe that could be the savior. There is some smaller countries that they're not just doing a Bitcoin strategic reserve, they're doing a crypto strategic reserve, and they've announced it's made up of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BNB, which means if more countries follow suit with that, that's more Ethereum off the open market. What also is killing Ethereum price is every single pump, guess who's selling? The Ethereum Foundation wallet is selling hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars every single pump. So you're going to tell me you're going to dump on us and it's not about winning and you're going to be a soy boy, but then you're going to keep selling. It doesn't sit right with people. Like, if you say you are the foundation and then every time there's $100, $1,000 pump, you're selling tokens on it. It's just not adding up for people. And I think people are starting to see that.
Absolutely, 100%. Well, I think to wrap this up here today, I know the whole crypto market has been waiting with bated breath for the inauguration, and we didn't get everything that we were hoping for. We really didn't get a bold statement on crypto yet, other than a few things like freeing Ross and stuff. But it's coming. I think now more than ever is one of those times where you just got to stay glued to the news. You got to stay glued. Make sure you have a good curated Twitter feed that is bringing you the latest and greatest from the right sources in crypto. Keep an eye on all the news sites. Because all it's going to take is one announcement. Trump mentioning Solana, Trump mentioning a specific meme coin, Trump mentioning the Bitcoin strategic reserve. Any hints or anything that any sort of mentions, whether it's an actual legislation being enacted or not, is going to start to pump and move markets with a crazy amount of volatility. I mean, look what happened just last week. Coming into the inauguration, we dropped down under 100K, up to 10,000 or 110,000, the new all-time high, and then back down to 100,000, then back up to 105. We're talking $30,000 in volatility, and this was within a period of like 36 hours. So the markets are going to be absolutely nuts, probably for the foreseeable future. This is the time to be locked in more than ever before. Stay focused on the charts, on the news, on what's going on. Because there's going to be things like this, $500 billion in AI investment. Why do you think all the AI coins pumped, on the small caps pumped 50, 100% today, the big mid caps, some of the blue chip AI tokens all pumped 20, 30, 50% today. It's going to be stuff like this that continues to happen over the next couple of weeks that are going to let you get the edge and get ahead on these kind of things. So stay glued to the news, and don't miss these golden opportunities that are going to be coming.
Yeah, and I mean, Trump said in his inauguration speech, the golden era of the United States is coming, but I really think the golden era for Bitcoin and crypto is coming. I've been on the record saying I believe this would be, well, first of all, we said Bitcoin to 100,000 by the end of 2024. That happened. We got to like 104, 106,000 Bitcoin. Now, I believe that this could be the biggest and largest Bitcoin and crypto bull market in history, because if you get the strategic reserve and the floodgates open, maybe, just maybe, we can break out of the 4-year halving cycle, and I think that is a possibility. There is an indicator called the Bitcoin Pi top indicator, and it is now saying for the first time ever we could break that 4-year halving cycle, and the top will actually happen in 2026, not 2025. So that would be interesting to see as well. Now, do I think there will be some selling on the normal 4-year cycle? Yes, because it's self-fulfilling prophecy. That's what people, OGs and whales and crypto, think is going to happen. They're going to sell out, but I think they could be selling early here. We see a little bit of a dump. Everybody said, oh, there's bull market's over. Here comes the bear market. And then we continue upward and onward as regulation and global interest in Bitcoin and crypto continues to grow by the day. And I think will continue to grow by the year under the Trump administration.
Man, it's one of those things. Every single day is nervous. It's exciting. Never know what's going to happen. We've been grinding this out. You've been in this industry a lot longer than I have, but I came in at the very peak of the bull run when I really started my full-time crypto career last cycle. So for guys like me, if you're out there watching and this is your first real bull run, your first full bull run where you actually have had some time to go through the bear market, be thankful you went through that, because having gone through and eaten all that shit for 2 years plus years, that's what is going to make you better and not FOMO into stupid shit, not get caught up in the scams, and understand the intricacies of this market that really let you succeed. They say your first bull run, you lose money. Your second bull run, you make a little bit of money, but your third bull run is where you get rich. Well, the reason that is because of the experience you gain in the bear market. So I know a lot of us, we're tired. We've been looking at this forever and ever, and we're ready to make some money and get a breather. But now more than ever is the time you got to lock in and stay focused. I don't think this is what we're looking here on the pie. Just like a chart indicator there, but
yeah, that's the right indicator, but that's not the forward future chart. So somebody extrapolated the algorithm to see what the forward future is, and when those moving averages or whatever those are the crossing of those has marked every single top in history of Bitcoin, and normally those would cross on the 4-year cycle, which would be 2025, but now it's prolonged into 2026, which is the first time that it's going beyond the 4-year halving cycle. So that's interesting.
Yeah, very, very cool. I mean, you can see here most of the times when these have crossed, it's very close leading up to that for an extended period of time. Even in the last cycle here, by even into October 2020, we didn't get the end of the bull market for another year. Lines were already converging there. These things have a massive delta at the moment. So exciting stuff, man. There's more and more things that point to this bull run going on a lot longer than people think. My favorite, the Bitcoin TA, Eric Crown, he's been saying for a long time he thinks this cycle is going to go shorter, but he's about the only guy out there that's saying that. So hopefully he's wrong and he doesn't end up being the canary in the coal mine. But I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are saying, well, these are all the top indicators. You got Trump launching a meme coin, this, that, and the other, and that is true. But before it was with celebrities who put money in to take money out. Now, if you're talking nation states and legal strategic reserves, they're going to be that like El Salvador. El Salvador is still buying 1 Bitcoin every day, and they've been holding it now for 5-10 years. The Bitcoin strategic reserve for the United States says can't sell for 20 years. And I think nation states and institutions, you got to understand, are way more long-term forward thinking. They're trying to get their 10% a year on investment assets, and they're looking 5, 10, 15, 20 years out for compounding interest on investments. They did this with gold when the gold ETF was approved, 10-year bull market. So Bitcoin isn't one-for-one gold. Obviously, it's way easier to sell and way more, able to get in and out, which causes more volatility. But Bitcoin is a similar asset as far as what institutions think they are, and we'll see what happens here moving forward.
Well, to wrap this up, let's drop a little bit of alpha here. What are some of the hottest narratives you're seeing emerge, and what are some of those projects you're keeping an eye on in those narratives right now?
Well, I think AI is very hot. Obviously, there's still meme coins to look at. Obviously, Trump, but a lot of liquidity has been sucked out. So I think there's a lot of assets that you liked or you had conviction in, but you felt like you're behind. Well, now you got a 20, 30, 15% discount on those. So I would jump in. Obviously, pre-sales are coming back. We're talking to, working with, and have invested in some pre-sales such as Convance is about to launch, Tordes, Taunt, and some of these names that you see that we have on here. Those are all very low FTVs, but high float projects, which means a lot of the tokens will be out when it is launched. So we like those, of course. And then, for AI projects, I think you get a mixture. You get, you can get some Render, which is a large cap. And then you get into like RLC or Band, which is kind of a mid cap. And then you can look at some of these AI agents that we talk to or come on our Shill and Chill for the gems, where you're trying to get in something at 100,000, 200,000 market cap and write it to 1 million, 5 million, 10 million for a quick flip. Those may not have as much product, but it takes a lot less liquidity and really just focusing on speculation and hype to get those big multiples.
Yeah, I'm locked in on AI right now. I miss Trump. I miss Melania. It sucked all the liquidity out, but gave me some really great buys on some of my top AI plays right now. So I've been DCAing in and buying over the weekend here. Just bought another tranche today. I am watching some of my big favorites. Again, not financial advice. Always got to do your own research, but I like Palm AI. They've been around a long time. They're one of those that are fully diluted. 100% of the tokens are live on the market, so you don't have any VCs or anybody coming in and dumping on you. They've got live product. They're partnered with a ton of big people, have a lot of big KOLs. Alex Becker's made comments about them multiple times on Twitter and in videos. Kyle Chassis has also, he's a big supporter of them. So they got a really great community, really great KOL army behind them, good tech. And I think that one's got a lot of room to run yet. It's still under 100 million. I think it's like 60, 70 million right now. So not a tiny, not a super micro cap, kind of in the mid area there. But a lot of these AI tokens have the ability to run into the hundreds of millions or billions as this continues to go on. I also like GPU Net. That's another big one. I know you got in on that one pretty early. I don't know if you're still holding the bag of that, but I still got a nice bag of GPU. Outside of that, the AI agents are still ripping, but we're starting to see the emergence of DeFi AI. Now, these are a bit of a mix of everything. They've got a little bit of that. Some of them have a little bit of that meme-ishness to them yet, but they are AI agents or AI projects that are using this AI tech for DeFi. Now, some of that's analysis tools. Some of that is actual trading tools for you. There's all sorts of ways that they're applying this, but they are kind of for people that are in the know and behind the scenes, that is where the rumblings are headed. That's kind of the word on the street. That's going to be one of the next major trends. There's a bunch of them out there. One I've had my eyes on recently is Hey Anon. The ticker is ANON. Again, not financial advice, but if you check that out, that'll give you an idea of what these projects are and what they are doing, what DeFi AI is. Hey Anon, again, not super low cap. I think it was like 270, 280 million. So, safer in terms of speculating on the most risky assets in the world. But AI is not going anywhere. I think the agents are still going to be great. The meme coin AI stuff is going to be great. And the DeFi AI is emerging as well. So that's a good trend to try and study and get ahead of. And like you said, IDOs are coming back. Thank God. Pre-sales are coming back. That's our bread and butter. So pre-sales are coming back with a vengeance. We got a lot of projects launching here in the very near future. Launchpad tokens, if you're into that stuff, whether you want to participate in IDOs or not, as the pre-sale market and the alts market heat up, some of the fastest appreciating tokens every single cycle are those launchpad tokens, as people want access to these projects before they launch. And for most people, that is the way to do it. That's how you can get in on these launches, is getting those IDOs.
Yeah, and I think final things, because I can't believe I didn't mention, I think a big narrative that is coming that isn't fully there, and you're seeing the murmurs of it happening, is made in the USA. We kind of talked about this with the Cardano hype that was going on when he was meeting with government officials and Trump. But now you have CoinGecko having a made in the USA tag that is on there. And the reason that I say that is with Trump's Bitcoin Strategic Reserve and the SEC trying to create a clear framework, he has said at Bitcoin, again, listen to the man's words. You got to parse them out sometimes. But if you listen to him, he usually follows through on what he's saying. He said he wants crypto to be made in the USA, mined in the USA, minted in the USA. He wants the United States to be a leader in crypto. So I think there's going to be favorable regulation, favorable taxation for made in the USA or incorporated projects that are here in the USA. For a while there, a lot of projects were wanting to go offshore, is afraid of US regulation, but I think that's going to flip on its head. And so keep an eye on some of the made in the USA tokens. As that narrative heats up, you're probably going to see some outperformance by those. And you can see that list. I tweeted about it with the Venn diagram, but also you can go on CoinGecko and see their USA tag. Obviously, they don't have everything yet, but those are big names like Cardano, Algorand, Horizon, and the list goes on. People are speculating Pulse Chain will be on there. So keep an eye on made in the USA. And then again, I usually say, and I'm one of the few people talking about it, I think Pulse Chain can severely overperform if the SEC is lifted, Interpol is lifted for Richard Hart, which it looks like it is. And we're not even really focusing on the blue chips. We focus on the alien ecosystem, which is PTGC, UFO, Alien, and Enki. And those have continued to go to new all-time highs while Pulse Chain continues to flounder. And that is because of the token economics of those assets. So that's how we're winning over there. And if Pulse Chain does anything, we're going to continue winning with those 4 altcoins as well.
Well, yeah, here you have it right here. Made in the USA coins on CoinGecko here. Topping it off, we've got XRP, followed by Solana, USDC, Cardano, Chainlink, Avalanche, Sui, Stellar, Hedera, Polkadot. A lot of the OG dinosaur coins in there. And of course, the official Trump token there, still sitting at an $8 billion market cap. So lots of options to choose from in there. Lots of great projects. I'd imagine that these companies are going to get a boost, like you said, from policy, from investment, and potentially from tax law. So another interesting trend to watch. Hopefully we start seeing projects come back to the U.S. and start building in the U.S. And making it, so that U.S. investors don't have to be scared every single day.
And that's what people don't understand too when they say tax the rich or whatever. And that'll happen with crypto assets. Like, why are we giving these tokens favoritism and cheap taxes? Well, here's the thing. Would you rather have, hypothetical, 5% tax on a crypto project being built here, or would you rather have it 0 and it be built in China? You'd rather have 5% for many reasons. You're making money off of it. It gives validation. It employs U.S.-based devs. You get U.S.-based promoters. So yes, the pie expands out, guys. That's why lower taxes, getting corporations here, getting crypto projects here is better than a 0 and them going over shores and employing nobody, getting no tax dollars, and then really stifling innovation.
100%. Well, I think we're coming up on an hour here. Thank you, everybody that tuned in. Quick reminder again, shout out to Bybit. It's where you can get up to $30,000 in bonuses when you sign up for a new account. It is the best UX UI in the space when it comes to centralized exchanges. They have a huge portfolio of futures that you can work with if you're into that kind of thing. But definitely check out the link. It's at the top of our profile. Let me just open that up right here for you. Bada bing, right there. Partnerbybit.com. Go sign up for an account. It helps out the channel. We appreciate it. And it can make you guys up to, like I said, up to $30,000 in bonuses. And the other thing we want to make sure to highlight, once again, do not miss it. $25,000 in Tordes tokens up for grabs with the Season 1 airdrop. It is live right now. There's only about 200 entries so far. That means each entry is worth like $150. So get in there, rack up those points in the Crypto Paradise mini app. If you're not a part of it already, super easy to join. Click this link right here. It opens up your Telegram and you're good to go. Play some games. Engage with a variety of different awesome projects from AI, from agents. There's DeFi in there. There's memes in there. Engage with one of the greatest projects across the crypto space. Earn yourself some points. Share it with your friends. And that gets you entries into free airdrops, into the Crypto Paradise bag worth over $40,000, as well as the weekly giveaways, which we've been giving away over $1,000 every single week since we started this app about 6 weeks ago. Anyways, I hope you haven't missed it yet. If you have, it's not too late. Get in there and have some fun. That's all I got for today. Hitman, I'll let you lead it to sign us out here, man.
I think that's really it. Make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And of course, until next time.